I, 24M, think my girlfriend, 22F, might have cheated on me with some of her friends and I snooped on her phone but feel guilty about it. So I hope no one involved reads this as it is a very specific thing but I'd what to do. So my GF is the best thing to happen to me in a while. It's my first relationship in a while that isn't awfully abusive and because of this I have really bad trust issues. We've only been dating about 5 months and we've hardly spent a day away from each other. The other night my girlfriend got a text from an old friend of hers asking if she would join her and her boyfriend for a 3-way to make things interesting. I was looking at her phone watching videos at the time and we looked at one another and she said something jokingly like wow I didn't expect her to do that and told me she promised she wasn't interested and told her she had a boyfriend. Not to shame, my girlfriend has did stuff like that before. She says that she's only like that when she was single and won't do anything behind my back. So the problem starts here. A few days later that same girl asked my girlfriend to come hang out at her place as just friends. I'm not big on letting someone so interested in sleeping with my girlfriend be alone with her right after, but she has quite a few girlfriends she's been with that I can tell I don't have to worry about. Anyway, to show her I trusted her I let her go alone. She said it would just be the girl and not her boyfriend so I shouldn't worry. She comes home early in the night, about 10, and tells me her boyfriend came home and got mad and sent her home cause they were smoking all his weed. A few days later my girlfriend goes back. Again she says it's mostly just to be with her friend, but the guy would be there this time. This time she goes and isn't home till about 1 AM. I try to act calm cause I trust her but this is where I do something immoral and it eats me up. I went through her phone after she went to bed. I went to the messages with that girl my GF went to see saying something like I'm sorry he got mad he just didn't expect things to go that way and got upset we'd love to have you back soon. Then after that my GF says it's good I'm sorry I freaked out. I changed my mind on the way home anyway and I'll be back. There is a group chat with the girl and her boyfriend at this time. The guy calls my girlfriend and he's sexy and there is a message of him talking about a dick picture that he clearly sent to the group chat but was deleted cause I didn't see it. There are quite a few holes in this text chain where it looks like my GF responded but it was deleted. Finally at the time right before my GF leaves to go to her house I see texts asking her to bring sex toys and the guy is talking about being really excited to do whatever it is they're doing. Presumably not just dyeing hair like my GF said. So the big thing here is that I got all this info from being a sneak and being disloyal myself. But I felt something was off. I feel like I could forgive her but I don't want to wait around for a chance to honestly catch her a second time. I mean I have a bit of evidence, and I don't want to be in a relationship with someone I assume is a cheater. I think the obvious answer is to confront her. Come clean about what I did and ask forgiveness but also ask her to clarify what happened. Can't keep having panic attacks and losing sleep over the thought she did that to me. She promises up and down she's loyal but she told me when we first started dating she's had problems with cheating in the past but I'm different cause she really likes me or whatever. I think cheaters are the worst thing in the world and I made it clear to her if she makes that mistake, odds are that I'll be gone. She knows this and she seems to genuinely love and care for me. My point here is I don't think she wants to hurt me. My big concern is that sex for her is just a fun thing and that hiding a fling that doesn't mean anything just doesn't hurt her conscience. She probably did it to be friendly, which is fucked up if those folks pressured her, and is hiding it cause it really doesn't mean much to her. Just please give me advice. I love this girl and I feel guilty for snooping. If nothing is the matter, then I'm ruining this relationship cause I'm paranoid. I can't just drop it though I don't think. Too long didn't read. Think girlfriend had a 3-way with her friend and their BF behind my back. Edit. Okay, so I did a half measure based on what some people say. I told her that I was really concerned something happened that night and this time brought up evidence that I could have deduced on my own that I knew was on track with the story I got from reading the texts. She had explanations. I didn't tell her I looked at her phone, but she admitted they tried to drop hints about the three-way she originally talked about, but that she stood strong and said no. She didn't even try to deny that they are into her, but she insists that she didn't reciprocate. That goes in line with what I read, cause like I said, nothing she said in that chat showed her interest. That said, I'm willing to put my morals aside one more time, and I might download her old messenger messages since I saw a way to do it. I'll read and see if there really is anything incriminating, or if the only thing she deleted was an unsolicited dick pic. I think I can go on living with her if that's all, but I'm strong enough that if I find proof I'll have her on the porch at 2 AM if that's when I find out. To everybody calling me a pussy or dumb, I really just didn't describe the lack of hard evidence well enough. It isn't a good look for her for sure, but nothing is damning. If there is nothing that goes against what she said to me, this all just never happened and I'm a paranoid asshole boyfriend. Not to mention this really is the nicest relationship I've ever been in. This is a girl I could marry. Hell, I'm the type to experiment and might be willing to do group sex shit with her in the future if she's into it like she seems to be. It's more the fact that she's sneaking around after we explicitly talked about it is the only issue. I'll update tomorrow, I guess. Edit 2. Yes, this is real. Yeah, my life sucks sometimes. I wrote this as I was freaking out. Some things I'll say is I don't feel guilty for having looked at her phone anymore. If the circumstance wasn't so serious I'd say it's wrong. I think you're all right about her and me though. I'll cut stuff off tonight and move on. This shit is just crazy. It feels totally unreal. I'm a pretty boring dude, I like to think, and it feels like I'm in a Hallmark movie. Edit. Yeah, she cheated on me. Just the girl, not the guy. He was upset she wouldn't get with him, but she only wanted the girl. We're fighting and shit but I'm probably gonna delete this account because I bet I'm gonna stay with her. She told me she's been feeling like shit ever since. I told her about you guys on the internet telling me what to do and she hit me with a yeah, in every other case of this happening you should leave the girl, but our situation is different. And no, statistically this relationship is more like to fail now and she has a much higher chance of cheating again. I'm gonna roll the dice and see if I get that 1% chance of a girl that really changes. She offered to do therapy, blames it on childhood abuse, which honestly she had a lot of. We went through some traumatic stuff together too, and it's why we are so close. She's a troubled person and I knew that from the get-go. I believe her when she says it won't happen again and that she will work to change. I'm not going to be a pushover anymore though, and I told her things were going to be different from now on. I'm not putting up with any secrets. She can have friends, but maybe let me meet them. This has been one of the worst nights of my life. Also, I lied and I am 22 and she is 20. I don't care if they find this anymore cause I outed her already. Here's a general rule for any relationship: if you start looking for proof, it's time to leave. Dude, you were sitting there knowing she is on her way to fuck her friend and her friend's boyfriend, and without even confronting her and without her even being sorry, you are already forgiving her. It is obvious that she went there for a specific reason. I foresee lots of lies, cheating, and heartache in your immediate future. This level of doormat usually can't be helped. It's just sad. I'm strong enough that if I find proof I'll have her on the porch at 2 AM if that's when I find out. Dude, I'm probably gonna delete this account because I bet I'm gonna stay with her. Just please give me advice. Love this girl and I feel guilty for snooping. Okay, here's some advice. This girl is cheating on you. You know it, I know it, everyone on this thread knows it. The only person that should feel bad here is her, not you. If you want to confront her, go right ahead. If you just want to break up and not deal with it, do that, but don't waste 1 second feeling like you owe her some apology for looking at her phone. While I can't condone snooping, you confirmed what you're trying to deny. She cheated. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You're making a lot of excuses for her. Stop. Walk away. I kept expecting to read I found a video of her and another dude boning, with today's edition of the New York Times on the bed next to them, and it was called Video of Me Cheating on You, but I still think it was all in my imagination. My BF told me the purpose of a butt plug is to prevent the penis from going into the wrong hole. I've been dating this guy, 23, for half a year, We had sex, but I told him I'm not interested in doing anal. He has told me 2 to 3 times that it's not too uncommon that the penis gets into the wrong hole and that the purpose of a butt plug is to prevent this from happening. Now, this is my first relationship and I'm really inexperienced, but I'm sure this is bullshit. At least the second part. He also told me he has an anal fetish. Could this be a red flag or am I overthinking? Your boyfriend is either playing you or a moron, or maybe a bit of both lol. A butt plug is used to get you ready for anal sex. Either he's just lying, or he's dumb. Smiley face, smiley face. If a guy accidentally puts it in your ass then multiple times, then he's not mature enough for sex, or he secretly wants anal. Tries to put it in multiple times. As others have pointed out, it's not something that can even really happen by mistake in real life. You're more likely to both hurt yourselves. It means he doesn't care if you are not interested in doing anal. He still wants it from you. Your boyfriend is straight up lying to you. A butt plug is for pleasure and can be used to stretch your anus so you can eventually take a penis easier. Can a penis come out of the vagina too far and slip in the wrong direction? Yes. But it's not going to be fun or easy to get into your ass unless you're super relaxed and kinda already ready for it. I'm sorry, but he's trying to trick you into butt stuff. This is bullshit. He sounds like he's trying to train you anally. I told my boyfriend of 1 year my grandma is dying and he sends me hentai. What now? I told my boyfriend my grandma, who I'm very close with, has cancer again after just being announced cancer 3 days earlier, and this time she won't make it. He barely reacted to this, which hurt. I was also surprised because he has met my grandma multiple times and lives next door to her. I assumed he would care more. Later that night I told him I was sad and he asked me what's wrong. Did I not just tell him earlier I found out my grandma was dying? I told him that his unenthusiastic reactions hurt, and the next day he proceeds to say nothing on the topic or ask how I'm doing. After this, I decided I had to be straightforward with him and tell him what kind of response I expected, like maybe an "I'm so sorry, I know you guys are close," or an "I know this is hard for you but I'm here if you need me." He then asks me how my grandma is, and immediately follows it with asking about some shirts he is thinking about getting. The shirts show very sexualized anime girls with exaggerated breasts and skimpy clothing. I completely went off on him after that, and now he's giving me so overly kind responses that they sound fake, probably because I had to tell him what to say multiple times. I'd really like to hear any suggestions/advice, or even reasons he would be like this, other than breaking up with him, because I do love him and want to work things out. I've never had any problems with him previous to this, and I don't want to end a relationship over it. It just hurts so much. I'm just going to start asking a simple question whenever a girl posts on here about her shitty boyfriend. Do you honestly think, if the roles were reversed, that he would be on here asking for Reddit's help on how to save his relationship? Or would he just break up with you? Imagine, he comes to you about his grandparent being on their deathbed, and you start talking about a purse you want to buy. How do you think that would shake down? Maybe he would try to salvage the relationship, who knows? But don't put more effort into a relationship than the dude is willing to. It'll end in letdowns and heartbreak. Don't let people tell you it's okay cause he's young. He's a jerk. He sounds very young, but that doesn't mean people his age don't have empathy. He has none. You're okay dating a person like that? I'd be horrified if I got this reaction even from a younger teen. Edit, so he's 16. Still doesn't explain this.